I would just like to look at the president's record. Now, every president will say to you when he's running, I'm gonna make Jerusalem the home. Huh? Really? The home of the embassy? Really, are you? Because everybody says that and nobody does it. He did it. And I think that's going to go down as the biggest game changer possibly in my lifetime. It already is. It is changing the game in Iran. And there are riots in the streets now in Iran. Streets in Iran, in some towns, it looks like a war zone because the people have risen up. And that's going to continue to build. And when it does, this president is going to come out and say something directly to those people that we support them. And that's going to add fuel to the fire. And you might see a regime change and a collapse of the Islamic regime in Iran. And it will be 100% Donald Trump that made that responsible. 100%. You're going to see changes because of this. He kept that promise. A promise I said, he's not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. He did. How about the president's coming up and saying, well, I know I can defeat ISIS. I know I can do it. I'll defeat ISIS. He did. And did you notice no one in the press even talked about it? All of a sudden, we're not talking about ISIS anymore. How come? Oh, I know. President Trump. That's why. How many people? Well, we're not going to be involved in these global agreements for global warming. Right, sure. I'm on record saying he will never do that because his daughter is a huge global warming person and he only listens to the family. Wrong, Glenn. Who else is doing that? Just that is enormous. Going to stop the TPP. Right, sure you are. Yes, he did. I'm going to bring North Korea to the table. Gee, looks like that's happening. Give everybody a tax cut. I don't like the tax cut. I think he could have gone a lot further, but that's not even his job. His job is to sign things that Congress puts in front of him, not to design it. How many times did he ask? And you know what? You Republicans in Congress disgust me. You disgust me. Imagine what we could do if we had the House and the Senate and the White House. Yeah, I can imagine what you'll do. Nothing. You'll do nothing. When was it? Was it 1948, that it was a do-nothing Congress? No, I think we've got one now. Can anybody name one thing that they've done? Tax cuts. Oh, whoa, well, don't put yourself out. The repeal of Obamacare. Yep, didn't get that one done. Is that really his fault? Well, you could say, he didn't use the bully pulpit. No. Again, Congress. He would have signed anything. As long as it fulfilled that promise, he didn't care what it looked like. He would have signed anything, and you got nothing done. His campaign promise, I'm going to have a 10% repatriation tax. Now, I think this one is dangerous. He did it. 10%. Bring all of your money back into the United States. It will create jobs. Yes, it will also create inflation, but it's creating jobs. Does anybody feel like America is beginning to get on track somewhat economically. You know why? Because he fulfilled another promise. Stop overregulating the American people. Give them their money. Give the companies the opportunity to expand and bring their money back into the country. And maybe they'll build buildings. Maybe they'll build offices. Maybe they'll build new products. Maybe they'll build new factories. Maybe they'll hire a bunch of people. Now, I know Seattle is trying to do everything they can to make sure that everybody in their city is homeless and unemployed. But the rest of the country is enjoying the feeling of, wow, maybe things are going to be okay. The executive orders? Yeah, he's reversed a lot of Obama's executive orders. I don't know of a president that is, because I'm really used to read my lips, no new. These are outrageous promises. These are outrageous promises. This isn't, I'm just going to stand up against the Democrats and not raise taxes. These things are, I'm going to move the embassy to Jerusalem. I'm going to kill and dismantle the enemy that the president before me arguably created and couldn't defeat. I'm going to defeat them. I've got maybe 10 minutes. I think we can get that done in the first term. And they did. Not a small feat. I'm going to cancel the Iran deal. Yep. None of these are small. I'm going to bring North Korea to the table. Oh, yeah. Everybody's tried to do that. Now they're at the table. We don't know what's going to happen. So the result of that is unknown. But has anybody else done that?